Morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the March 26th Facilities Committee meeting. We have Ms. Green, myself, and Mr. Price present, and I'd like to call this meeting to order. I need an approval of the agenda, please.
So moved.
Can I get a second? I guess I'll
Where's
second.
Where's
Oh, there he
everybody?
is. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0. Thank you. Okay. Open session. I need an approval of the meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 3-0. Thank you. Facilities Department roofing project bids, Ms. Emil.
Good morning. In front of you, you have the memo regarding this project. Bids were received on February 27th. We received a total of 12 bids. The lowest responsive bidder was WeatherGuard in the amount of $429,600. So staff recommends that the Facilities Committee send this to the board to be awarded.
Anyone have any questions? And we have Mr. Helms has joined, so all committee members are present. Need a motion to send this to the full board, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Thank you. Newtown Elementary roof replacement bids, Ms. Emil.
Correct. In front of you, you have a memo with regard to this project. Bids were received on February 27th. We received bids from 10 contractors. The lowest responsive bidder was Reich Roofing in the amount of $1 million or $1,006,330. That's one's really hard to say. But staff recommends that the Facilities Committee send this to the whole board for approval.
So moved.
Any questions?
Second. No questions.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0. Thank you. Parkwood High Stadium change order request, Ms. Emil.
Correct. Within this memo, you'll find that we're requesting a change order in the amount of $340,915 to address some unsuitable soils and some asphalt work on the track. This will also allow us to replenish our contingency allotment to ensure that this project is completed within the established timeline.
Any questions on this one?
Where's the funding coming from for this?
The funding has two allocated sources. It's $1.5 million in a state grant and $1.1 million from the FY25 CIP. And this will remain within budget, even with this change order.
And the field will be done before graduation. So even if the track's not done, the field and it'll all look great for graduation. Right?
I anticipate it being beautiful.
Yes.
This
Me
year?
too. Yeah, this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Okay, I need a motion to send this to the full board for approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 4-0. Thank you. Piedmont High School rooftop unit bids, Mr. McManus.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, in front of you, you have memo for the rooftop units at Piedmont High School. Bids were received on the 13th with 4 contractors submitting bids, and then Byram Heating and Air submitted the lowest responsive bid in the amount of $189.28 with a 45-day completion, which is really good. So this comes out of FY24, and staff recommends the Facilities Committee recommend the full board for approval.
Any questions on this?
No.
Motion to send the full board.
Yes, thank you. Second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0. Thank you. Professional Development Center audio visual system replacement, Mr. McManus.
Yes, ma'am. This one I'm very excited about. It's a long time coming. So in front of you, you have all the information. Bids were received on the 19th. We had good turnout, 6 contractors for the audio visual system replacement of the PDC. The lowest bid was from CTI at $385,375. We are also going to take alternate 1 in the amount of $27,545. That's a 3-year extended warranty and maintenance on it. And including their deduct for some equipment as a grand total of $400,894. Also asking for an owner contingency, not the contractor, but for us, just in case there's anything that comes up, because we have a tight time frame to get this done before August.
Any
And does this
questions?
include the projectors in the PDC?
That is correct, it does. The projector's coming down and we're putting up 98-inch and some 85-inch screens, flat panels.
Do you know if, you know, where the board sits? I've always had an issue with all the screens are behind us. Do you know if there's any boards that are going to be facing us so that we can see it?
No, the
Oh.
screen, or the monitors are going back in the place that the screens are. But we could look at that if there's something we can do on that back wall. We can take a
It'd be
look.
nice to have one that, I mean, I know we have our laptops in front of us, but it'd be nice to have a screen in front of us.
Understood. I gotta see if there's a wall space to put it, and wheels are turning, but we'll take a look at it, absolutely.
Can I get a motion to send this to the full board for approval?
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, 4-0, thank you. Sole source purchase Interstate Solutions, Mr. McManus.
Yes, so you all have seen this before. It's an every year thing. I know it's a state requirement for it to be every year, but we're asking again for the sole source vendor of Interstate for our chemicals, our custodial chemicals. As you see, the purchases should not expect to exceed 150,000 annually, and that contract is good for up to 2028, I believe.
Can I get a motion to send this to the full board for approval?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0, thank you. NCDOT easement and right-of-way Skyway Drive, Mr. Moore.
Yes, this is a piece of property on Skyway Drive near the intersection with Highway 74. This is a small piece of land that was donated to UCPS at some point years ago that we have no use for. So we've been negotiating with NCDOT, and this is a conveyance of an easement and right-of-way for the construction of a roundabout in that area.
Oh, wow.
That's gonna be a
Mr.
roundabout
Moore,
right there.
You mean right at 74 or 74 and right at, what is that? Haynes, what you said, Skyway?
Skyway.
That little,
601, 74, basically.
Yes.
no,
Yes, 601 and 74 on the north side of the interchange.
roundabout?
Yes.
That's gonna be lots of traffic for a while.
Mr. Moore, are we getting any compensation for this?
We are. There's about $3,100 for that we've got to upload that document in, but we're going. I talked to Ms. Siddons this morning. We're going to upload that document. It's about $3,100.
And that's the one that's like what, 0.3 acres or something like that. And
Yes. I
Right.
think it's, it
0.03
is-
and 0.010.
Yeah. 0.035 and yeah,
010, yeah.
yeah, very small.
That's an
Any
odd
other
spot.
questions? Need a motion, please?
so moved.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0, thank you. Weddington Road widening, Mr. Moore.
Yeah, this is a project that's on the DOT's radar for over the next 4 or 5 years. They're going to be widening Weddington Road, and the impact will have an impact to all 3 of our driveways at Weddington High School. So what you have is the offer for construction easements, right-of-way easements, and utility easements. Glad to answer any questions about that. And we have discussed with DOT. We will be coordinating that work to make as little impact to Weddington High School as we can.
I mean, on this, as far as we're getting reimbursed for having to give up some of this property, but it could impact, I mean, like the signage, there's 2 signs there. An electronic sign will have to be moved, the rock, the retaining wall, is that gonna be impacted also?
Yeah, so the everything but the signage is being compensated in this amount that they're proposing to us. They will in turn, after this is granted, they will offer us compensation for the signage, either for it to be relocated or for us to purchase new. Same thing we dealt with at Sun Valley High School. So they'll be making a separate proposal to us that will be forthcoming, I would say, in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
And I know in the past, because parking is at a premium and we're always trying to figure out how to add more parking spaces, there was a couple alternatives that we had gotten, I don't know how long ago. Is that going to impact any of those as possibilities moving forward if we do want to add more parking spaces?
No, we've shared those documents with DOT. This is not parking that we have currently. It will not impact any parking on the campus now. It's only coming out about 30 feet, so it shouldn't impact. It will not impact any parking we have now, and we feel like any future parking that we may find funding for would not impact that as well.
Okay, and then they're going to give suggestions on like traffic pattern, because I know that's always a big problem where it backs up on Weddington Road.
They've offered some suggestions on how to flow the traffic around there, and we're kind of working with them on this design as they're progressing along to see if we can make an improvement to our student drop off.
I was looking at the map that's online for this, and the second entrance, which is the middle entrance, that's where there's parking spots for staff, plus I think the buses use that entrance.
Right.
And it looks like they're only going to be able to come out and go to the right.
That's correct. You'd have to go up, make a U-turn, and come back.
And that'll work with the buses.
Well, it's not ideal, but that's kind of the cards we're given. So yes, we'll find a way to make it work. We'll do our routing based on having to turn right out of there.
Because I know they're putting lights at the other 2 entrances,
Yes.
and we think that's going to work. I mean, I'm glad there's a light at the student entrance, because I wouldn't want them, and they can go left or right there, which is good.
Yeah.
But the main entrance, they can only go to the right.
That's correct.
So we think that's all going to work.
Yeah, we've discussed it. We've had discussions with NCDOT as they're working through their design process. They've kept us fairly up to date. But yes, we feel like it can work.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Need a motion to send this to the full board for approval?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have some informational items, a bond update from Ms. Emil.
Good morning again. The bond update just shows you kind of a snapshot of where we are with East Elementary and Forest Hills High School. You'll see that we're becoming very focused on interior finishes. So the buildings are really coming along, and they're beautiful. If you have the opportunity, please schedule some time to go out there and see what's going on.
Anyone have questions on those? The East Union Middle School design update, Ms. Emil?
For this informational update, I provided you the floor plan that we have put together, looking at the changes made, and then the supplemental materials are really where we got the ideas from in design, and looking at bringing that ag tech thought process to the front with the school, and how do we use that to cultivate that space into that learning. And so some of these supplemental sheets talk about how we tied in the pocket garden or harvester's corner, and then pushing out some of that classroom space and really modernizing the cafeteria area and having that more in that market, just tying in the whole building so that it's very cohesive.
And I mean, down the line, we'll get a better idea too. I mean, the cafeteria always jumps out at me. That definitely needs some changes. So we'll get to see more information as we move further in the process.
Correct. We had a meeting about a week and a half ago to start discussing some finishes on the inside and looking more at those interior items that we'd really like to see come to fruition versus getting to where this is at this point, just looking at the hard floor plan and looking at the layout of the facility to bring it more into cohesion and bring those ceiling heights up, some of those more mechanical or structural elements.
Anyone else have questions? Building and grounds modification, Weddington Middle, Mr. McManus?
Yes, this is just obviously informational. Just wanted to bring it to the committee's attention before the donation request went to the Board of Education. Since there'll be a lot of activity going on potentially. They basically they have go into Weddington Middle School on the right-hand side. There's some gravel parking and there's some mobile classrooms right there. They want to expand their current field out into that gravel parking area, take up some of the gravel parking area. Mark Sleeks assures me that he does not need the parking. And so they want to expand that field out. It's donated completely by Booster Club, and we take no issue with it as far as staff level.
Was there a document attached for that?
There is not a document. They don't have any plans or anything yet. It's just in its infancy, just to make sure that you all are aware before the request comes to the board.
And what are they using the expansion for?
For making it into a full-size play area, practice area for lacrosse / soccer.
Oh, okay. All right,
They're
any
basically like a
questions?
three-quarter field right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, gotcha, okay. Any questions? If there are none, our next meeting is April 30th at 9 a.m. and I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0. Thanks.